All right, guys, welcome back to the High School Star League 2017 playoffs grand finals matchup. Garden Grove High School versus Thomas S. Wootton High School. Wootton High School up 1-0 in the best of 5 match. Crusader Kid in here with Enderell bringing you the action for the grand finals best of 5 match. And we finally have picks and bans working, so we're able to go over this. Garden Grove at first taking away the Graves from Positivity, the Riven from Positivity, and the Jace from Erased by Jace. And Wootton banning away Kha'Zix, Lucian, Zach.
This is unreal. I've got the same bug that you had
Wow.
last game.
Well, you can turn on the stream, fortunately.
Yeah, I'm using it behind me right now. I'm wondering if it's just like the first spectator spot is the one that ends up taking that bug.
Do you think
know.
that's what it is? That actually might be.
It's entirely possible. I've heard of crazier bugs.
Oh, man. Right spaghetti code. Spectators are coded as minions. It's confirmed. Picks and bans, though, coming through here. I mean, 2 target bans to Positivity. We saw Positivity. You may wonder about the Jungle Riven, but we saw it in semifinals. It was amazing. Or quarterfinals. I'm not sure when we saw it, but it was monstrous. So he picks up the Lee Sin, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not the Jungle Riven. I would have loved to see that. But I'm more intrigued, I'd say, by the first pick, Oriana from Garden Grove. I didn't feel like it had a huge impact, at least in the laning fade. Sword, of course, made it a monster as far as picks, 100% burst in the team fights. But because Garden Grove also ended up banning the Graves, one of the great picks out of Positivity, that left up the Gnar, which they had previously banned, and now Raced by Jace knows that he's going to get focused out in the top lane, so why not go for that champion himself?
Yeah, and he's going to pick up that Gnar here, and we do see the Braum locked in as well as the Rek'Sai for the jungle. So, the bit of vision control battle between Rek'Sai and Lee Sin.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting matchup. Rek'Sai been sticking around here for quite some time. Very strong jungler at the moment. It'll just take a lot to shut down Positivity. Last time he had a very free matchup. The Gragas wasn't able to really punish him. He ended up getting inside enemy territory. And now perhaps with Spider on something that can do a little bit better like the Rek'Sai, Garden Grove can try to find some sort of advantage through that pick.
Yep, so we do have that coming through here, and Ash gonna get locked in here as well, and we'll be into the second, as you were saying, the second pick and ban phase. Lots of AD carry bans coming through here, the Caitlyn Jhin being taken out of the pool. No mid laner yet for Thomas S. Wootton, so we see that LeBlanc being taken out of the pick and ban.
Yeah, a lot of AD carries being taken out of here from the same idea they sort of had in the last game, I'd want to say, now with the Ashe out of the bottom lane instead of the Jhin for themselves. So still a lot of ability to start off team fights from a range, and it'll be interesting to see what they finish out the composition with, whether or not they want to go again for the Karma, just have a very strong ability to shove the waves in the early game, or if they want to maybe take another melee support into the Braum where they might not be punished so heavily.
So gonna be hovering over here. Looks like the Janna will be locked in there for the support. So Ash Janna in that bottom lane, and it'll be up to Garden Grove to pick their last 2 here with the not with the mid lane, with the top lane and AD carry left open.
Yeah, it's interesting. Actually, yeah, the jam slightly delayed, of course, because of the stream, and I thought you just baited me for a second. That was actually the Caston locked in for himself. But it is interesting. The Jan, of course, was played by Kenton in the last game. Didn't have a huge impact, but people have liked it into the Braum for quite some time. Gives a fairly easy laning phase.
So we've got Renekton for the top lane here, and looks like potentially a Tristana pick here for the AD carry. But Renekton versus Gnar, which lane bully wins?
Gnar wins that one,
yep.
Unless there's a lot of early presence from Spider. So I expect to see Spider up in the top lane quite a bit to try and shut down this Gnar, which we can sort of assume to be shoving early. But last game it was Positivity that really wanted to help out Erased by Jace, so it could be a 2v2 battle up in the top lane more than likely early on.
Yeah, in the middle lane, we'll be having a Orianna versus Cassiopeia matchup here between these two teams. So this will be an interesting pick here for Orianna versus Cassiopeia.
A little bit surprising. We've seen a lot of pro players enjoy the Orianna into the Cassiopeia matchup, not the other way around, which Sword is clearly preferring in this game right here. But it is a very snowballing matchup. One kill either way can set that one going in one direction for the entire game. But it's really up to Garden Grove to get themselves back on track, to start up in the top lane, we already said, and get an advantage for Theral, so maybe he can pop off. Otherwise, they're maybe looking at going down 0-2, and you don't want to have that happen.
Oh, for sure. So we'll be going over to a quick break. It's going to be Garden Grove looking to tie up the series as Thomas Wootton leads 1-0 in the High School Star League 2017 Grand Finals. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's all I wanna do. It's all I wanna do. Believe. It's all I wanna do. Believe. It's all I wanna do. Believe. It's all I wanna do. Dreams, they can come true. Will you accept the apology that is long overdue? Well, I question what forever is, and I know you do too. When the answer's right in front of me, believe it's all I wanna do. You not to break out students to I know you not trust you not to break out students to I wanna know you not trust you not to break out students to I
All right, guys, welcome back to the High School Star League 2017 Grand Finals. Bring you the action here for Game 2 of this best of 5, where Wootton High School leads 1-0. Crusader Kid in here with Enderell. Bring you the action, and in for Game 2. And gonna be starting things off here. Enderell, any just thoughts on this early start of this game?
No, there's a little bit of pause, and you were muted for me for a second right there, so you caught me off guard. You did your job well.
Yeah, I got you, dude. Yeah, so just those early starts from both of these teams here. Positivity erased by Jace, though. Looks like they're poised to start to take down the enemy blue buff right here.
Yeah, that's some cheese, and can easily do more harm than good. You know, there is potential that they can catch out Daryl, maybe chunk him down, or even if they steal the blue buff. But personally, I'm not too worried about losing a blue buff if I am a Rek'Sai, or giving one up to a Lee Sin. And yeah, they're just gonna lose a lot of time being run out of the jungle.
Yeah, so this is gonna be actually not taking the blue buff. They're just gonna ward it and back away here. Erased by Jace. Gonna be a bit late to lane. Positivity missed the Sonic Wave.
Yeah, and if Spider wants to be real cute, you can go ahead and walk over to his blue buff, the enemy blue buff, and steal that away for himself. But not getting too deep into the mind game, so he could have known that Positivity would take a whole lot longer to clear his red buff with how far he had to walk to go ahead and get over towards that. So there was room for him if he wanted to look for a blue steal early. Yeah,
and I mean, when you have a Lee Sin versus a Rek'Sai in the same game, you just know it's going to be a battle of who has the better vision.
Oh, okay. So Spider, I am going to assume, is running the experience quint right now, though I'm not actually sure. I assume he got spotted out by the arrow right there, but there weren't any pings that went down on towards him, but that'll probably stop him from looking for any early ganks, even though he is level 3 right now.
Yeah, Spider is running a plus 2% experience bonus on his runes right now. And now he's down in this bottom lane here, looking to make something happen as he's just hit level 3. And here we go, tunneling over, getting in there. Fuichu gonna flash away with a flash with a knock up here. The sun gonna land as well. So much damage onto Fuichu, and that is first blood for Spider.
Yeah, very patient right there coming through from Spider. Waiting that bush for a good 10 to 15 seconds, making sure he was gonna be in absolute prime position to look for a gank, and ends up paying dividends. Positivity got delayed so far in his clear. He went for a full topside clear, so with that recall, he can't even look for a counter jungle or any sort of thing. Counteracting.
Yeah, so that's just an unfortunate set of plays there for Wootton High School, as Positivity starting on his back feet here in the jungle. Spider going to be starting off with that first blood, and now we'll be able to clear out his own blue buff here. And yeah, it's a good start here for Garden Grove High School.
Also a lot of blue wards that just got put over around where Positivity is right now. So get 2 summoners off the enemy AD carry, get the first blood, and now they're going to know exactly where this Lee Sin is on the map for a good while at the moment. They can play safely, they can play aggressively accordingly, and really just time it out to perfection here.
I was saying that this matchup of a Rek'Sai and a Lee Sin is about vision. And that's supposed to be a joke because it's a Lee Sin and a Rek'Sai, but it actually turned out to be right here. All the wards being placed around the map right now. Positivity wants to head down to bottom, but he'll be spotted out.
Yeah, are you kidding me? I'm blind, says Positivity. Walks over those wards.
And from far away, Spider's like, same, dude.
Me too. We can be friends, I guess. But no, Spider wants to be on that gank pathway. He's trying to look for this Gnar in the top lane, but Erased by Jace has the lane a very good spot for himself. It's slightly shoved in, and Spider can't really look for a turret dive with Erased by Jace so soon to going into Mega Gnar.
Oh, Stretfa finds Positivity and do a nice bit of damage to him and force him away as he was looking for the Ghana jungle, but gonna be forced off of that.
Still got a fair amount of maintenance, but he might execute to these if he stays around too long. This is risky business for him, right?
Oh no.
Okay.
All right, you saw that.
Alright,
We
look,
saw
look
that
away.
coming.
Directed camera, take us away.
We
Oh,
saw
boy.
that coming from a mile away. Lee Sin didn't.
That was painful to watch.
That's
Now the
pretty
bottom lane.
unfortunate. Flash forced out by Valencia. And they're gonna remain with this 1-0 start.
Yeah, so even now that the division has died out, they know that positivity died. I guess that you have to
the
press
1-1
tab.
and 0 start. 1 kill for Garden Grove, 1 kill for the Jungle Camps, and 0 kills for Wootton High School.
That's brutal. They're not even gonna get second place in the final. They're gonna come in third. Riot Games get second. Oh man.
They get 2.5 plays because, dang, who won that consolation match? I'm not sure. We'll find out later, guys. Theral up here in this top lane against Erased by Jays. Actually doing pretty well. We thought that the Gnar matchup would go in favor of Gnar, but hasn't been doing too bad here for Theral here. He's got the CS lead. But
Yeah, he's
now
called
may
up
go down
positivity,
here.
though.
As I say that, positivity is going to be coming up here, and Theral will go down positivity with that kill.
Yeah, once again, Theral dying early on without using his flash, so you can escape the next gank, but you definitely do not want to be dying early on in this match. But it was going even for him. He was enjoying his time, not getting punished in the top lane, but that is going to change very soon. Once Erased by Jace gets his Black Cleaver, gets his Frozen Mallet, those two items, and the Gnar is almost unmatchable on the sideline.
So the consolation match is about to go to a game 5, I believe. It's 2 for 2.
Oh, it's going
between,
on right now?
Yeah, it's
Simultaneously?
2
Oh,
for
boy.
2 between Montville Township and Harbor Collegiate. Unfortunately, we don't have a stream up for that, but that's just your update.
Yeah, why are we watching these games,
yeah.
Crusader?
Well, it's the grand finals, Enderell.
I guess you got a point there.
Yeah, so Garden Grove here tied up 1-1 here, but a little bit of gold over for Wootton High School right now as middle lane we're seeing this continue to trade out here. It's been pretty quiet, but as I say that Spartan coming through, gets stunned up in the flash in by positivity. Shockwave just onto the Lee Sin though, as Shretfa disengages as Sword continues to put down the poison damage under the turret, flashing forward, gets the kill, but does get taken down by Spider as he got caught up there, wasn't able to escape.
Yeah, Sword just went crazy right there. Very risky to dive underneath that tower. Ends up working out in the sense there was a 1-for-1 trade for him right there, but still showing that he is willing to go for the big plays, and that's something that we didn't really see out of him last game. Sure, there were some big shockwaves, but now he's really stepping up to the plate and making sure that it's not only positivity in the spot lane, he wants to be there too.
And now some focus on this bottom lane here, but positivity is just gonna be hanging around. After that top lane fight here, I think top lane gank I should say here, it's been evening up a bit more, but Erased by Jace pretty much keeping it even. Bottom lane heal coming in, and the Enchanted Crystalero, but Cheeseburger comes through with the Featherstorm to cancel out some of that damage. Kenton Chong coming back in here as well. Trades in that bottom lane, but also more action as Sword getting chased after. Exile Ultimate Spider popping out here, but Sword able to just walk or slither away from that one, I should say.
Right, while there was the skirmishing down in the bottom lane, Sword got ganked immediately upon returning to lane. So even though it doesn't net a kill for Garden Grove, that's still going to be a heavy denial on Sword in the mid lane and gives some much needed pressure back to Shretfa, who previously was having a tough time in that matchup.
Stunned up Theral here. Spider's over the wall. Can he get there in time though to save his top laner? Maybe so. Theral able to keep himself alive there. Erased by Jace. He's running out of damage, running out of time and health as Theral takes him down. In the top lane, bottom once again fighting just non-stop between these two teams. Valencia forced the Monsoon, but stunned up and is now flashed on. Gonna go down here. Meanwhile, positivity kills Theral. They finish off that Janet Cheeseburger taking down Valencia. So kills everywhere.
Yeah, not really sure how that top lane went down right there.
Sorry,
Positivity.
Ender, mid lane. Stunned up here. Sword solo. Able to escape.
Surfa still had the flash, but he wasn't able to backstep quite in time to only get slowed by the Petrifying Gaze. That slight micro error end up costing him a kill right there. Unfortunately for him, because that mid lane matchup is just about to swing one way or the other, but has been a very even game so far. A big departure from our first match where Positivity just snowballed to an insane advantage, and even though it has been a very different first 10 minutes, Positivity is still itemizing the same way. Challenging Smite on the Lee Sin, something you almost never see. It's definitely going to cut down on his mobility, but if he wants to be inside Spider's jungle getting all aggressive, it will increase his damage output.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. Usually you think he'd be picking up the extra wards here, but no, he's like, you know, the one trinket ward I get every like 2 minutes is enough here, as now looking for a gank on this top lane. Just got a ward back as the Gnar ultimate comes, or Gnar passive comes through from a race by Jace. Thero now gonna try to get himself out, flash away from the stun. Should be enough to get himself out. Meanwhile, Sword and Shredfa were continuing to trade. Flash in by Shredfa, and he finds the advantage in that middle lane, getting the solo kill.
Solo kill on the challenger mid laner here from Wootton High. Add that one to the belt. That's got to be a good feeling. But with Valencia, has to be careful. He has a flash, but he's getting pressed on.
Well, yeah, gonna be flashing forward here. Blast Cone took it away. It wasn't too necessary, but uses it nonetheless. But with Sword still down, this is looking like a pretty easy first dragon for Garden Grove High School. It's gonna be a Mountain Drake.
Garden Grove off to a good start right here, and we'll have to see if they can really use that mountain to press some sort of an advantage. Something we never really mentioned was the idea behind this composition. It can be very, very strong in a team fight, specifically in those tight corridors, and I am a little bit worried here for Wootton if they do fall too far behind, if they're unable to use that Gnar in a sideline, whether or not it's going to pan out for them.
Doing a bit of trouble, and a lot of trouble actually, as Cheeseburger gets to kill Valencia. Too late there to respond and save him.
Yeah, the Ashe Janna lane not working out too well here for Wootton. One of two losing lanes at the moment for their lineup. Definitely not something you would have expected after that game one victory, such a dominating victory that they did have. And it really has given a lot of freedom to Spider, who can, you know, go into the top lane, go into the mid lane, look for all these plays, whereas Positivity now is being dragged between lane to lane to lane, always has ward on top of him when he's clearing away his own jungle. And that can really limit the options and opportunities that he has to look for those aggressive plays that he wants to make.
Game of Thrones has started. I think we'll be seeing, if players make mistakes, we'll know why they're distracted. Let's just say that.
Yeah, these teams aren't looking for the series victory. They're looking for a 3-0. Either way, they want to get this done as quick as they can. Here we go, race by Jace.
And so do we. Thero gonna get taken down low here. Sword comes through with that kill, and it's reptile on reptile violence there. As picks that up.
Yeah, Wootton says enough is enough. We need to get on out of here. Get over to our Game of Thrones. Look for the dive in the top lane.
What is Daenerys gonna do in Westeros?
I don't know. It's only an answer that time can tell, and time is now. Let's get ready for some more action here on the Rift.
Yeah, top lane turret goes down. First turret of the game erased by Jace, taking that one down as middle lane was seen grouping up here. Shockwave being forced out. Positivity with the kick back to save his own skin, and Sword takes down Spider. Able to get out of there very quickly with that flash.
That's another crazy lane dive. Holy.
Sword, oh no. Almost going down there, but not quite. Meanwhile, bottom lane fights once again, getting the snares down, the damage onto Fuichu. Monsoon coming across Fuichu with the fadeaway. The volley taking down Cheeseburger. We know what he's eating tonight here. Kenton Trong trying to get out with that Glacial Fissure. It's a double kill for Fuichu.
The 0-3 bottom lane somehow turns it around right there. Got Cheeseburger down to a very low HP amount right there, and still were able to come through clutch with the kill. Great play out of them, and just adds the gold lead. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we went from dead even into this game to a dive in the top lane, a 2v2-1 mid, a 2v2-1 bottom, and Wootton got a 3k gold lead once again.
Yeah, there's just Yeah, there is just so much action going across all over this map. Raised by Jace back here to the top lane. Wants to find Feral here. He'll be looking to chase after him. Positivity's going to be joining it up here as well. Feral backing away. Spider will be joining up here in this top lane. And looks like we'll just have a very quick 2-on-2 here as Wootton High School looking to make more moves around the map to increase their lead.
Now we might even see a blue buff denial come through. Wootton do have vision of that area, and with the control they've really gained over this top side of the map, it would not surprise me at all to see Sword rotate over, raced by Jace, maybe even collapse down just to steal that away from Stretva, or even just try and kill him or damage him on his way back to lane.
So, gonna be bottom lane Fuichu in trouble. He'll be able to make his way out. Just had to use a flash. But yeah, just non-stop aggression in this game from both of these teams, and someone got on top right now is Wootton High School. That could easily change.
I might see that really tip when this next dragon does go ahead and spawn. It will be an Infernal in a minute 20 at the moment, and it is going to be a lot of control from Garden Grove. They want to stake their claim over that area before Wootton really have an opportunity to get on over there and get some vision for themselves. Both top laners do have teleport, so could be looking at a 5v5 fight coming out very soon.
Kenton Chong gonna be caught out here as the Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes through, and Positivity easily cleans up that kill for his killing spree. And oops.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's awkward.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have a pause here.
You never like dying because you DC'd.
Oh man, yeah. So this is an interesting position though.
Yeah.
I've got 5
50,
people on my
50
screen.
seconds. Yeah, 50 seconds to the dragon actually spawn. So even though Ken did die there, he will be alive and easily able to contest that. But there is the opportunity now for, yeah, it is an Infernal. So there is the opportunity now for Wootton with that kill to gain the vision control. They don't have any sweepers. They only have one control ward themselves. So actually denying and clearing out vision is going to be a challenge for them. They can only take away maybe one ward inside the pit. But maybe that's all they need. They have a lot of great ability to kite back in these fights, whether it's the Janna or the Cassiopeia ultimate. It's difficult for Garden Grove to actually jump onto the back line here and really get the job done themselves.
So hopefully we'll be able to get back into this game very soon as these two teams. Yep, there it is. So Cheeseburger getting chased after. Gonna land that Sonic Wave on Tim Featherstorm coming in, and it's delayed enough where Positivity comes in, but won't be able to clean up anything there. Kenton Trong still down, and Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. Kenton's gonna be able to get back here by that time though, so we may be seeing this contested.
Exactly. Sword, though, very low on mana, so he's going to pick up that blue buff immediately after clearing away this wave. Otherwise, Wootton could be at a significant disadvantage moving into this next skirmish that we assume is going to happen around this Drake. And it looks like Spider's able to get a recall off, too, so now he's got the completed Cinderhulk and is going to be supposedly at maximum fighting capacity if they do want to start this one out.
So things will calm down here. Dragon is spawning. It's an Infernal Drake, so we may be seeing both of these teams start to hover around it. We'll see how it ends up here. It is
interesting seeing what Positivity itemizes. You went for a second item, Dead Man's Plate, immediately after the Warrior, so a little bit strange that he's going in tank, but mid lane now.
And yeah, mid lane pressure around it, but we'll be seeing both of them back away here. Look to get onto this dragon.
Yeah, should be started up by Wootton right now. No teleports actually. Both top laners just simply walking down into this area, and with the Meganar raced by Jace, they're gonna want to team fight this very quickly to make the most out of that buff.
Yeah, so forcing the fight out. Dragon secured for Wootton High School, but going down is erased by Jace. And Sword is looking to be up next here, getting chased after. The kickback, though, for the disengage here. As Sword able to get out, so erased by Jace goes down. Infernal Drake over to Wootton. Chasing after Sword, they take him out. Shretfa finishes him off.
Yeah, Wootton just wanted a little bit extra right there. They got the Drake. Maybe they could have escaped right there, but erased by Jace. Saw the 5-man Gnar ulti. Unfortunately, mid-jump, he went miniature. Not exactly what you want to have happen right there. Maybe a little bit of a false start, and Sword ended up paying the price as well.
So middle lane fight, or middle lane turret's gonna go down after that fight. 8 and 8 here, and Garden Grove High School able to make the best of that. They're leading turrets 2-1 now.
Yep, still waiting to see what the next move is. Now there's a little bit of time for these two teams to reset, count their gains, count their losses, where they be. Decide exactly what is going to come up next. Fuichu did itemize for the Essence Reaver, so that Ash Arrow is going to be on a much lower cooldown than perhaps we're used to seeing in recent weeks with the emergence of the Blade of the Ruined King build path. So if they want to look for those picks, they definitely have the opportunities to do so here.
Yeah, so grouping up here around the map. 20 minutes in here, 8 and 8, and as you were saying, I mean, this game is going to be going back and forth between these two teams. And after that first game, it is definitely so surprising. And, you know, Positivity possibly just being reeled in here as he went for a bit of that early aggressive start. But as you said, picked up that dead man's plate. Bottom lane turret just goes down, so turrets are tied 2-2.
And Erased by Jace does have the Black Cleaver, so running down Theral is going to be a little bit easier. He's still waiting, though, for a little bit more gold. He's actually sitting on 1,400, so if he wanted to recall and pick up that Frozen Melon, he could do that very, very soon. But it looks like they want to bring down Positivity. If Wootton can get a kill onto Theral, they could be looking at a tier 2 turret.
Well, not going to be able to get one. Oh, as both ultimates miss. The Gnar and the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Theral dodges both. Very sneaky alligator there as the flash in for the damage. Shretha said, Fuichu, I choose you. And they just take him down.
Yeah, Fuichu was posturing very aggressively in the mid lane to get that good angle. Theral, but Meganar need a few more inches top lane.
Valencium in trouble here. 4 members of Garden Grove collapsing there. That's 2 kills for Garden Grove.
Easily done, and because Positivity spent so much time down bottom lane, it's not like he's in a position to be able to react to that. Mid lane turret's going to take a little bit of damage, but they're not going to be able to stick around long enough. And while this is going on, Garden Grove can take that top lane turret, can jump ahead, or at least equalize this gold for the time being.
And now a little bit of focus in the river here as Thomas S. Wootton High School grouped up. Garden Grove looking to engage, flashing by Theral to get the stun down, and they're going to burst down, erased by Jace. Theral comes up with the kill, well deserved for him.
Not really sure what Erased by Jace and the rest of Wootton was doing right there. The place they were on the map was not very safe for them to be, and they are going to lose yet another member. Some sloppiness really starting to show here from the Wootton lineup. Erased by Jace, we already mentioned, had a lot of gold in his pocket, now in the mid lane. Okay.
Yeah, kills coming across there as just quick 1-for-1 as we'll be seeing the top lane tower getting pushed down now. And 3 turrets and 2 for Garden Grove.
And silently, Shretfa has gotten really strong here, sitting at 5-1-3, has a lot of gold in the inventory as well. He's going to be able to finish the Leandries, go into more than likely a Rabadon's death cap after that, and look for all the damage right here. His itemization super effective too against the Gnar, who's building pretty much just flat HP at the moment. Positivity as well has a fair amount of that himself, so this Orianna is going to be doing ridiculous amounts of damage. And the last Infernal Drake was a big team fight that ended up losing Wootton 2 members. Now a minute on the next one, and Garden Grove are looking ridiculously strong moving into this.
Oh yeah, this is and despite that though, gold is pretty much even, if not slightly in favor of Wootton High School despite all that. So you're seeing how it goes down as middle lane. We're seeing a few of these guys start to put some focus here, and top laners down in the bottom lane here. Both of them have teleports up. And we're going to be seeing some fights break out here. Dragon spawning in a little bit less than 30 seconds. Erased by Jace, maybe getting collapsed upon here. Kenton Tron catching up to Thero. Cheeseburger's going to be here as well. And easily takes down that kill.
Oh man, Valencium almost died there too. 2 ultimates traded. Positivity.
Oh wow, trying to dodge out from all the pick potential here of Wootton High School, and no one goes down for Garden Grove. That was a Petrifying Gaze, Enchanted Crucible, and Dragon's Rage kick from Positivity.
Yeah, now there's no real way to contest this Dragon unless Positivity goes for the Smite Steal, which is incredibly risky, and I don't think he's going to be able to land it.
It would be great for him though, but won't be able to get it. So that will be Garden Grove picking up the Infernal Drake, and now heading over to this middle lane. Positivity, where are you going, mate? Oh, he's going back.
Yeah, he's very scared right now. He thought someone was chasing him, but there are 4 members in the mid lane strong right now. And a member in bot lane for Wootton, you know, Positivity just recalled. They might get this tier 2 turret.
Tier 2 turret. As you say, getting sieged down on Glacial Fissure coming across though, as Kenton Strong kind of make a divide here, as Garden Grove High School want to back away from this.
Still a big victory for them. They got the kill onto Erased by Jace, really just shutting this Nard down. Really one of the biggest win conditions here for the composition of Wootton. Erased by Jace was supposed to win in a side lane. And I think this game, you know, win or lose from Garden Grove is going to give them a lot of confidence moving forward. Maybe they don't need to spend 3 bans on this top lane. If they can shut him down on a carry this easily, you can give him something like the Jace perhaps. Maybe not since it's his namesake, but definitely the Nars. Nothing to be afraid of so far.
Shannon Crucilero going a bit low here. Sterile not looking to get out of here just yet, but now he is, as he's getting chased after Shockwave onto 4, but no follow-up. Positivity coming through. Gets Shredfa over the wall. Positivity now taking some damage here. Petrifying Gaze though onto 3, and now they want to go in for this damage. Cheeseburger is solo. Sword finishes him off. Sword's in the front line with the Cassiopeia here. Poison's coming across 2-0 for Wootton High School.
And while Erased by Jace has gotten caught and killed 4 times in this game, Daryl at the same point has been overextending and getting caught.
Shredfa able to burst one down. Sparta going forward. Kenton Trong trying to tank up all the damage. A double kill for Shredfa, but his team's falling around him. Fuichu's still here, and so is Positivity. Shut down, and now getting after Spider. Double kill for Fuichu. That's an ace.
Yeah, Shredfa versus the world right here, but he just can't do enough. He still didn't have the Shockwave. He used that so early on in that team fight. With Daryl just spawning, he's going to watch his structures burn around him. This is the Wootton we know and love, just tearing apart the game right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Destroying the team there and going through all the turrets. So now tying up the turrets and picking up a goal lead here for 3,000 after that fight. Very well played from them, and we're seeing the damage that's coming across. I mean, Sword there with a huge Petrifying Gaze.
Absolutely massive. Caught 3 members, and it was such an awkward team fight too, because Stretfa actually got kicked over the wall by Positivity. A slight misplay out of him, even though his KDA looks pretty good in this game. A couple of mechanical micro issues have cost his team from just rolling over in this matchup already, but still it zoned away Stretfa. Stretfa couldn't deal all that much damage and allowed, of course, Sword to walk up in and get that huge Petrifying Gaze to win the team fight.
So middle lane going to get pushed out here by Garden Grove as they're looking to try to find a way back into this game. And I think the key lies there with Stretfa. He had a great, well, he had a great and an awful, also an awful Orianna ult in that last game. Great because it was on like 4 people. Awful because it was way before anyone was there for the follow-up. So about to hit this 30-minute mark here, and we're seeing Wootton High School slowly start to take back control in this game.
And the strange part is that the composition from Garden Grove is so good at team fighting. They just need to get a legitimate team fight for themselves, because when they've won team fights, it's because they've gotten a pick. When they've lost, it's because one of their members have gotten erased at the start. They don't have all 5 members in the area. And now that they've lost priority in this game, Erased by Jace is going to be able to continue to pressure down in a side lane. Now we're in the territory where Wootton, if they wanted to, could try to look for a Baron for themselves. Maybe, yes, it's a little bit risky right now, but if you can get that vision control, it's not all that hard to bait out a fight for themselves.
So we're seeing, once again, both top laners down in that bottom lane, just going to be seeing who can push out that lane better as rest of the teams look to find some control over this map here. And of course the vision battle is going to start to take place as we're getting into the later parts of this game.
There's another Mountain Drake. Yeah, there's another Mountain Drake coming up in a 2. So even though right now a lot of pressure's been put around this Baron, actually, it seems like Garden Grove want to start that one off. They know there aren't any wards in the pit from Wootton, and there's no one really in the area looking to put down vision.
Yeah, this is going to be Baron getting bursted down to less than half health. Positivity's over the wall, getting it over with the blast cone, but can't secure it. It's Garden Grove with the Kenton Tron kicked over the wall. Meanwhile, on the backside is Sword, but he's all alone. Shockwave being forced out onto him, but he still gets a kill before going down. And now there's 2 members down for them. Daryl's gonna be trying to take it up, but Cheeseburger's low in the back line, erased by Jace onto him. But the shutdown's coming across. 2 kills for Spider, and erased by Jace. Now the last one up. He's gonna go down, and that's gonna be an ace. Garden Grove High School Baron and an ace.
And Daryl became a hero in that team fight right there. Cheeseburger and Sretfa both took so much focus initially from the members of Wootton. Daryl, with the Dominus active in the backline, just wreaked havoc on those members. Huge damage coming through from him and the rest of the team, and in a situation that they really should not have won the team fight. Garden Grove had taken so much damage from the Baron, had lost Kenton to a nice kick from Positivity. Even though Positivity wasn't able to get the Baron, they should have been able to win the fight, but a nice play coming through from Garden Grove secured them the victory.
Top lane inner turret going down, and so is this Mountain Drake for Garden Grove High School. They're gonna pull ahead with a very nice lead after that, and they'll still have Baron, some time on that Baron buff to play with. And with double Mountain Drakes, these turrets are gonna fall pretty easily here, so they're gonna be setting things back up. We'll look for the reset from them, and we'll see where they decide to take this game.
Absolutely. Eyes on Garden Grove now. This game has just been tipping back and forth, back and forth. Every time we think Wootton's gonna win, it turns into a Garden Grove victory. And now they've actually got 2 Mountain Drakes to themselves. I want to say that Daryl was soloing that out while the Baron was going down and teleported into that team fight. So their siege is only going to be stronger. And we make it into a situation where Wootton feel pressured to start off a team fight themselves, which is not necessarily going to be their forte when they are considering that they have to run into a Braum and run into a Xayah. Those can be very hard opponents to deal with in the fight.
Yeah, just an update on our consolation match. Harvard Collegiate Institute win it 3-2 in game 5. So Harvard Collegiate Institute officially 3rd place here in the High School Star League, with 4th place going over to Montville Township Secondary School. So congrats to both of those teams here for 2017, our first 2 placements for the 2017 Grand Finals, but we still have to get through this best of 5 here.
Yeah, raced by Jason Darrell going pretty aggressive down here in the bottom lane, but Spider
gonna get knocked to the side by the Monsoon. He used the flash to engage, so hard to get for him to get out here, but Kenton Tron getting up to front line with the Shockwave coming in here as well. The damage being traded across. Shrevka took down Valencium. Positivity can't sustain himself in that back line, but he's actually able to get away. And Enchanted Crystalero being forced out. Heals coming in. Sword still alive. And so many low members. Blinking health bars, but a 1 for 3 in favor of Wootton High School at the end of it.
And the key difference in that fight right there is that Daryl was not a part of it. He got soloed out by Erased by Jace. So all of a sudden, there's no backline damage dealing threat. There's no dive. Spider goes in. There's no one alongside him, so he gets quickly taken down. Sretfa also got deleted almost instantaneously right there, and Cheeseburger just cannot reach the back line with those feathers. It's too hard to be able to work with right there to come out ahead.
So 3 members still down for Garden Grove. Wootton able to recover from that after they just picked up quite a few kills, and the damage coming out from them in that last fight. Fuichu finishing up the Essence Reaver, as well as has that rapid fire cannon on the Ashe here. So I mean, Ashe is one of those champions you see quite a few different item builds. Some people like to go Borg, some people go Infinity Edge. Essence Reaver is the choice here for Fuichu.
Yeah, a lot of range, a lot of attack speed, yeah, a lot of course, cooldown reduction with the Essence Reaver as well. And those arrows haven't been hitting their mark every single time, but when they do, they more than likely do result in a kill. Trying to track and see if there's any Baron buffs left for Garden Grove, and it doesn't seem like there are any. So that one team fight, the solo kill from Erased by Jace, just shut down any playmaking potential that Garden Grove was going to have for the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, so no more Baron buff for them, and not to play more carefully here. Moving on into the jungle though, Spider in the forefront, looking to take away this blue buff here. So it's still going to be Garden Grove High School pushing forward, take away that blue buff now, as they want to put some pressure onto this bottom lane. They're going to have waves pushing for them in the top and middle lanes, I believe. So let's see it go down. Garden Grove pushing in the bottom.
Yeah, very strong itemization spikes here, specifically coming through from Wootton. Got 4 items on the Cassiopeia, fully stacked Tear, fully stacked Rod of Ages, as well as now the Lord Dominic's Regards from Fuichu. So he's going to have even easier time crushing down those tanky frontline members of Garden Grove. So yeah, there is ever a time to fight, it could be now.
Yeah, look at all that poke down to Kenton Trong. He's down to half health, so he's gonna have to back away here, and so is the rest of Garden Grove. But oh no, we're getting caught by the Enchanter Crystal, but able to get out of it with the Mercurial Scimitar, and now they're in full retreat mode. Positivity looking to get in, tries to flash him, but got stunned up there. Glacial Fissure, Shockwave, everyone being thrown around, and kills going the way, but it's a 4-man petrifying gaze once again, and Sword looking to turn it around, but won't be able to. 3 members already down for his team. Garden Grove High School picking up the kills. It's only Sword and Fuichu left up.
Yeah, both damage dealers still alive here from Wootton, so they can try and stall out, but without a front, so difficult for them to walk forward and get down the damage. You said it in the team fight. Positivity went in for the hero play, but got immediately knocked up by Spider. That's why the Rek'Sai is considered to have a favorable matchup into the Lee Sin. The engage got completely thwarted, and the Dragon's Rage never even ended up coming out from Positivity. There's still a Monsoon from Valencia, and those 2 ultimates are so key in a team fight that not using them is almost criminal here for Wootton.
So now we're seeing this Baron respawn. First one into Garden Grove, they weren't able to do much with it, but the beelining it over to the second one. Spider getting over that wall to scout out, and the Baron's already started up. Teleport to get into the pit, coming out from Wootton High School. And what? Oh! Stolen away by Sword, you legend!
What in the world just happened there? I have no idea how Sword actually ended up stealing away that Baron with a Q or with an E. I don't even know. That should never happen.
Oh
no smite ever came through from Spider.
Baron stolen by Wootton, and now they're on the Elder Drake. But maybe they just want to turn around for a fight. Positivity's on the side looking for a way in here. And the Elder Drake is started up. It's going down low, and Enchanted Crystalero finds a stun onto Shredfa. So Shockwave not here just yet, but where is it? There it is, onto 2, bursting down the back line. Fuichu is low. Sword is trying to cut himself away, erased by Jace, too far in to be saved. And that's once again 3 kills for Garden Grove High School.
Positivity with a miss smite right there. So Spider comes up huge for his team after losing around the Baron. They get the Elder Dragon. Now there's 30 seconds, 40 seconds on these members here from Wootton High School. Can Garden Grove end this game?
We'll have to see. They haven't been able to take down the inhibitor yet, but they're onto the turret. Spider flashing in onto Sword. He's able to get away though, but he's gonna get rooted up by Cheeseburger, and he will go down. Positivity to follow, and now that's a double kill for Cheeseburger.
I have no idea how Wootton ended up losing that right there. Got the Baron. They had complete control around the Elder Dragon, but could not secure the buff for themselves. Valencium got deleted. Wootton got deleted. And now we're looking at tying the game up to 1-1.
Yep, Garden Grove High School with the victory coming through in a back and forth matchup. They tie that grand finals match 1-1 here with Thomas S. Wootton.
Yeah, and Wootton High School, they started up that Elder Dragon without positivity in the area. So he was making a beeline over for that objective. And yes, he was in the pit when it ended up going down. But that's so much chaos, so many moving gears that he had to think about right there. It's not a real surprise that he ended up missing that. And Wootton, crucial mistake cost them the game.
Yeah, so with that, guys, we're going to be taking a quick break before getting on into game number 3. The score is tied 1-1 in the best of 5. Garden Grove High School coming back to tie it up. You're watching the High School Star League 2017 Grand Finals. We'll be right back.